In this video, I'm going to show you how to do some unit conversions. The first thing we're going to talk about is a conversion factor. This is a equality statement that allows you to convert from one unit to another. So for example, if we have 1 foot, that means we have 12 inches. These are the exact same two lengths, which means that if we have 1 foot divided by 12 inches, this should have a magnitude of 1. We are dividing something by itself, okay? So we would get 1. These are both equal statements. 1 foot is equal to 12 inches, so when you divide something by itself, you get 1. Therefore, if we had 2 feet and we wanted to convert it into inches, we could use our conversion factor. And whatever unit we want to get rid of goes on the bottom, because feet divided by feet equals 1, because again, we're dividing something by itself. And whatever unit we want to convert into goes on top. So notice 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. So we are essentially multiplying 2 by 1. Okay, we are not changing the length. We are not changing the value of the measurement. We are simply changing the units. And again, the unit feet cancel out, so we will be left with the unit of inch. Okay, so 2 times 12 is 24. The feet cancel out, so it's 24 inches. So 24 inches is equal to 2 feet. Those are two ways of saying the exact same thing. In chapter 1, number 93, the book asks, a runner wants to run 10 kilometers. She knows that her running pace is 7.5 miles per hour. How many minutes must she run? So there are a couple very important pieces of information. The first thing that we see is 10 kilometers. That's the first number. 10 kilometers, that is the length of time, that is the length she wants to run. So that is our given, okay? That is the item that we are going to convert into something else, because that's the distance she wants to run. She knows her running pace is 7.5 miles per hour. So 7.5 miles per hour. That means in 1 hour, she can run 7.5 miles. So this is a conversion factor. So it means that 7.5 miles for her is equal to 1 hour. So if she said, I ran for 1 hour, we would know that she ran 7.5 miles. Then it says how many minutes must she run. So the number of minutes is our unknown. So the goal of this problem is to convert from our given into our unknown using our conversion factor. So let's start just by making a path for ourselves. So we're starting with kilometers. We're going to end up with minutes. Okay? Somewhere in there, we know that we'll have miles and hours. So kilometers is a distance unit, and miles is a distance unit. So I'm going to assume that we're converting kilometers into miles. And we have the conversion factor for miles into hours. And hours is a time unit just like minutes. So then we will convert from hours into minutes. The textbook has a great chart of some common units and their equivalents. So we're looking right now at kilometers and miles. So we know that 1 kilometer is equal to 0.6214 miles. Okay, so that's a conversion factor that we're going to need to use. According to the problem, we know that she runs 7.5 miles in 1 hour. So 7.5 miles is equal to 1 hour. It will take her 1 hour. And from hopefully your common knowledge, you should know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So we have 3 conversion factors, and we are trying to convert 3 different times, right? 1 time, 2, 3. So we start with what we're given. That's our 10 kilometers. Draw a multiplication sign and a line. The unit that we want to get rid of, the unit that we are at, which is kilometers, goes on bottom. And the unit that we're converting to goes on top. So we have this conversion factor, so we can convert from kilometers into miles. Okay, so now we fill in our numbers. 1 kilometer is equal to 0.6214 miles. And now our kilometers cancel out because kilometer divided by kilometer equals 1. So now we're at miles, and we're going to convert miles into hours using this conversion factor. So again, we have miles, so we want to get rid of miles, so that goes on bottom, and we are converting it into hours. And we know that in 1 hour, she can run 7.5 miles. So now our miles cancel out, and we are left with the unit of hour. But we don't want to be left with hour. We want to convert it into minutes, so we're going to use that 3rd conversion factor. And we know that hour is going to go on bottom, so that our hours will cancel out, and we want to end up with minutes, so minutes goes on top. We have 1 hour in 60 minutes, so we will have our hours cancel out, and we will be left with the unit of minutes. So now to solve this, we are just putting the numbers in our calculator. We will have 10 times 0.6214 times 1 divided by 7.5 times 60 divided by 1.